Hello everyone, welcome back to Valhalla. Last time we met Streaming Chan and a detective, and today we're going to go back into another day. I have no idea how long this game is going to be, but we have started some plot. The plot has started to go. Say is trapped in a bank, and we're going to see how that's going on. No new notifications. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She'll surely focus at work. I don't even remember what it was that we bought. We did whatever it was that popped up. She was like, we want this. We can customize our stuff. We did all that last time. Let's just jump in today. Wait, did I not read this? I did read this. Yeah, I read all this. Apparently didn't save the notification. Let's go. December 17th. This was the day when it was suggested that the hacker group would score its hit. Evening. I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. Oh, you could take a break, you know? You're quite the hard worker. Everybody wants a boss like this. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What'd you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? No, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. Yeah, not many people to talk about when you're... Not many people to talk to when you're in your apartment. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right! The shoddy downtown bar. Hello again. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. I get the feeling that Jill has some body image issues, which is unfortunate because anybody can be confident in their body, whatever it looks like. But that seems to be part of the struggle that she's having, which we're kind of getting hints at whenever well-endowed women come in and start talking with her about sexy stuff. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best day of sleep I've had in quite some time. I just noticed you have whatever this is called, the two eyes of different colors. There's a word for that. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Chan's back in action with their batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon! It burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without the label, there's not that much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. That's an interesting idea, that an alcohol can be scanned by a system, and then... I guess that makes sense though, right? Because there's, what is it, spectroscopy? where you can put a liquid into a clear container and then shine light through it, and based on which wavelengths get absorbed, you can tell what it's made of. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it?
I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing.
All right. Okay then. It's jukebox time. It's so ominous when you switch the things. Nope, not that one. Not tense. Those who dwell in shadows. Looks like there's still some that we can unlock. Let's go! Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Sorry, so much for those words. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. You're not Quincy by any chance, are you? Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. How are you seeing? You have sensors on there? Photodiodes or something? There you go. Brain. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. Yeah, I prefer to have my brain container made of bone. Thank you very much. And have a tiny bit of alcohol, I guess. Aged and mixed. Alright, here you go. Nice. Yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilith do. Can I ask you something, miss? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. I hope that glass is really strong. Why is it bubbling? And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Oh, for that, right, that joke, dip, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram, of that I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not. Sorry. For I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? Okay, my first thought of this person's identity is she could be Ingram's deceased daughter. And just stuff happened between them, and she was like, no, I'm gonna participate in this science experiment. And he was like, oh, my daughter's dead. And so he started hiring Dorothy to be her instead. Could be way off, of course. Is Jill.
Jill, that's a really cute name.
Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What, with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here. Wrong voice. It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. That's a mighty few wires. Maybe that's just the outside. Maybe it has like 100 micro wires per tube or something. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer. There we go. Here, a beer. Ah, yes, no matter what happens, beer's always good. Yeah, so this is this is like an existential crisis type of thought experiment. That's like, well, how do you know you're not just a brain in a vat with electrical signals simulating it, giving you information which you simulate an outside universe? And well, from one perspective, we are that, you know, that's our brain, our jar is called a skull. And we move around with our legs and, you know, exactly what we are. And then there's, but like this picture, this image of a brain inside of a glass container with liquid, that always concerns me because I'm like, what if the glass breaks? And also, like, there's a lot of extra space in here, right? There's all this space for the liquid. What if you, like, bounce around and get concussions easily? And so, like, really, that's, like, you know, why have a see-through glass so that people, why you let people see your brain? I mean, I guess it's an aesthetic thing, right? But why? Yeah. It just seems weird to structure it this way, as opposed to you know, having something metal or made of something organic that's not going to infect the brain, or you know, I have concerns about the chemistry of this glass on the neurons. You know, is there a protective shell around the brain? I have all these questions. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you uploaded your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up somewhere else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilum. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilum. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. Wait, can't you just have a bigger head, though? To cover it up? They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though, just wiring him to a body. Like, not transferring the patterns into the Lilum computer, I guess you mean by that. Oh, You think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar? I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about isn't just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Wait. No, alcohol affects your brain. So why can't you get drunk? Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. You'd be inebriated. You'd be unable. You'd have difficulty processing the signals coming in, just like if you have nerves instead of wires, because the drunkenness happens with the alcohol affecting you in here. Pretty sure. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma.
Just Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from a plebeian bar staff?
Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy?
Not when you put it that way.
Why, hello there, beautiful. You hurt my feelings with that, darling.
Sorry.
You don't see talking disembodied brains every day. Rude as fuck. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilum maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor.
Nice to meet you, Taylor.
Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic, and I have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding, it'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you?
I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that.
Awesome, I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have?
I'll have a cobalt velvet.
And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Let's make a cobalt velvet straight from Taylor to Alma. Alright. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know what? Just for fun, let's double it. On the rocks and next. There we are. Is this the first time we made this? I don't recognize this sprite. Your drink? Hope you enjoy it.
You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the past year.
Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right?
Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right.
Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer.
Shut up, you love me and you know it.
So, you just started coming here and that was it?
Well, the first time I came here, the other guy,
speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian.
Archimedes?
Dunno, adventuring or something.
Anyway, the other guy served me the first time I came here.
Nothing unusual there.
The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving and, I don't know, feel like she just gets me.
There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. Yeah, somehow I feel it's one-sided. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kind of sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That tailor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently, one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something that are out in the open and we know of. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious.
Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4
sisters and 1 brother. Got one trans bro? Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one?
No, I'm actually the middle kid.
You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one. There's Diana just before me. Then comes Ava, and the bottom lies Bill... sorry. The youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we're never 5 in this... It helps that we 5 were never in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I need a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do, not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister Diana just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. Ah, so it's a whole family thing. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about the ones we haven't talked about. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Oh. Oh no. That's not okay. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she'd only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened. I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Her expression. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me to. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Ah. So it's a camera that focuses on couples and you're supposed to kiss when it does. A culture tradition. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know, proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. But wouldn't he have done something simpler though? Like, you know, asked her? I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Wait, you found it at home, but it's at your home, right? But you don't know what it is? Do you, like, somebody break in and give it to you? Like, how did you get it? Or was it in your mailbox? Did we learn about this last episode? I don't remember. Did we learn about it this episode? I don't remember.
Do you know how to serve it?
I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. You want some absinthe then?
Sure, let's try it.
Bottle drinks. Cute green fairy. Yeah, we tried this one before when somebody asked for something weird, and I'm like, I'll give them this because that's pretty weird, and they're like, this isn't weird. I'm like, you're nuts. All right, I wonder if this is gonna be permanent or if we've only got like 3 of them and then it's gonna run out. Careful, it's a strong drink.
I'll tell you if it's strong or not.
I had to dig into this. Holy shit. Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jagger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. But we all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman.
I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout.
Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. Yep, I dropped out of grad school with only a master's degree. Yep, I didn't finish my PhD. I dropped out with a master's degree. About what?
What kind of family is your family?
Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful.
Huh?
Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think.
What made you stop?
I don't know. I just kind of said that's it one day and stopped. Kind of like me and the guitar. What about cousins of the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Where does this game take place? Is it Japan? Is it? It's not Hong Kong, it's not France. I guess that's all I know. Can you speak French? Blah 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 blah. Let me try it. Mon aéroglisseur est plein d'anguilles. I have no idea. There's like 20 silent letters in every word in French. I don't know how to pronounce anything.
Oh, what does that mean?
Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. You'll be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primary of my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. What's interesting to us, the players, because we've been curious about you the whole time. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't. Ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. There's a lot of sounds in those. It's quite the alliteration heavy sentence. As a writer, I am sensitive to things like this. See? I mean, hacker's a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Last time you were here, I thought you were coming in and admitting to crimes or something. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you just tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? You also broke into my cell phone and hacked my pictures right in front of me, and presumably left the Alice Rabbit calling card? A mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. At some point, they started feeling kind of samey. That is true. I also really love puzzles. You guys know if you've seen my channel, I play a lot of puzzle games, and it is true. Lots of, puzzles are basically, you have a set of rules, you have a goal, and you use the rules to get to the goal. And they're all based on logic. And once you get good at logic, once you solve enough puzzles that way, it gets hard to find puzzles that challenge you in new ways. After playing Steven Sausage Roll and Bonfire Peaks and Baba Is You is a great example. Even people who are masters of puzzles, you want to play Baba Is You, it will give you something fresh and new. But yeah, nowadays, just because a game is a puzzle game, I'm not particularly interested. It also has to have something special about it. Like, I love the Talos Principle because they've got the sci-fi robot story with philosophy, which is completely awesome. Or what else? I mean, there are some puzzle games that just hit me with a new mechanic that I've never seen, like a game I did a first look through for called Observe, which is you have to solve a bunch of puzzles, but every time you move on to the next puzzle, your previous puzzle replays, and it affects what you're doing in this puzzle. So the whole world is one giant meta puzzle where you have to solve each puzzle in the right way in order to make all the puzzles solvable. Yeah. Or I really, really love Myst-like games where the puzzle is not just how do you logically solve the puzzles, but it's very often like, how do you use the science and technology of the world? So you have to figure out where all the cables are connected to, how to get the gas pump running to get the power going. That's really cool. But also there's another layer on it, which is you have to pay attention to the story and the lore, because at the end you'll have to make a decision, like a moral decision, to get to the best ending. So I really love that kind of puzzle game. Whereas if it's something that's just, all right, now here's another game with lots of levels, and each level you follow the logic to get to the goal. I mean, I'll do it every once in a while. I played Lock recently, but that's usually not enough to get me interested. So, when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. By the way, if you love logic puzzles, you could take some math classes. Maybe a math major or math minor. Math is basically the puzzle of the universe. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles, and it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they can change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It's less action-y than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still seeing my code break through something? It's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. All right. Non-alcoholic. I do not remember the other things that you've been... So you ordered a blue fairy, right? Think. This one... Oh, it's optional carbotrine. Okay. Was it she who ordered a blue fairy? Or was it... No. No, that was... What did she order? It was Taylor who had ordered the blue fairy. She ordered something with a G, right? No. A C? No, this was also Taylor. Well, blue fairy has no alcohol. Or has optional. I'll give it to her. Here. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. Alma, please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. Well, with her job, I'd hope not. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, that's not a glove, is it? You just have mechanical hands. Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Dunno. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken? Having to move my liquor collection? Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. No, I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure, sure. There we go. Now that's halfway through the day. We're on to save page number 3. Is there only 6? If we get to 6, then we'll start back over at 1. Maybe. Let's play. Yeah, I'm still interested in why it says now it's safe to keep playing. Cold, 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 cold. I'm done changing the music. It sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo actually. Really? It's a bit complicated though. Problem is, his family's tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks, but he refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Man, I respect people who are strong enough and know how to take care of themselves well enough to choose to live on the streets. I would be terrified and I would be scared of not surviving the winter. And that's just kind of, I have a tiny apartment, but I like my tiny apartment. Honey, some service here. Hello, Dorothy. I'm here. Don't scream.
Oh, were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing?
Just talking.
Is that what they call it these days?
What do you want?
Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please.
Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine?
But I like you.
Is that kind of reminds me of text to speech. You
You dislike my presence so much.
Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? All right. She makes me uncomfortable. Just get a grown-up body already. We just one of these, right? Sweet and non-alcoholic. They're serving a lot of blue fairies today. Here, like you asked.
See? You don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of soda.
Lawrence?
A friend of mine, he's a vending machine.
Oh.
Oh, but how impolite of me.
Huh?
I'm lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes, nice to meet you. I have bullets in my fingers.
Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say?
Yep, why?
Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before.
Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me.
Mostly about your pluckiness.
And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker.
So much for trying to be subtle. Yeah, you don't know her.
Hey, I take pride in my job. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
Isn't it dangerous?
I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. I have guns in my fingers. Where do you work, Alma?
I'm a hacker.
Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says, that's hacking, right?
No, of course not.
I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. You just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen?
No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it.
We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success.
Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database.
All right.
First, I do some research on the target. OS, servers, how the information is stored, and all that. There's been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find along the way.
Uh-huh.
After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, trying known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols, and I look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself.
I see.
Then when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve the user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need.
How do you do that?
Well, there's a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow.
What happens next? What happens next?
What? Are you, like, hearing a sexual double meaning or something? Like, why are you shaking? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks.
I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Make my buffer overflow. Read a backdoor in me. Escalate your user privileges. Find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away.
No shit, what happened?
Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead?
Suggestive scenes, yeah?
Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me.
Really?
I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market.
I see.
Oh, looks like my ride is here.
Your ride?
Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me.
Is it alright to ask that from him?
It's okay.
I've known him since preschool. It's just happened that he got married to my sister. So finally someone who is so unfiltered it makes her cringe. Never mind. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride?
Can you drop me by 3rd Street?
Sure, it's on the way.
Yay! I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey.
Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Who is it gonna be now? We've seen a brain in a jar. What else is there? Oh, it's just a guy. Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. Question mark on his forehead? A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. No, it's not. That means person. It means person, not place. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17, the hell does that mean? Oh well, I wonder if there's anything for it. I mean, we could get something $170. We could get something that has 17 pips. So optional karma train, I guess. No. 2 out of 24. Let's go to drink number 17. There we are. I mean, we probably got it plastered on a menu, you know? It's like like restaurants do, you know? I'll have a number 5, 2 number 49s, and number 3, you know? Alright. Here's 17. On the rocks and mixed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That is 18 pips. Success! Here you go. Piano Man, a number 17, just like you ordered. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was, and I think it is. But I did. Game! Did you not think that people would be like, oh, hey, we're choosing number 17? How did the developers, why is that not the, okay, I mean, if the developers were thinking of something else, they should have at least thought of that too, right? Oh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, Mr. I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. I'm upset about that. I felt like, oh, this is obviously the answer. Drink number 17, so I give him drink number 17. Look. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. I think he's kind of dumb. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though. Didn't we talk about this at the beginning of today, how we thought it was going to be a busy day? Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think other animals are territorial and they'll fight each other. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Yeah. Oh yeah? Then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details. I just know that isn't right. Like, two wolf packs fighting over territory. You know, they're gonna kill each other. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Takes over a pride? You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? I was gonna say you should Google it, but their search engines are probably shot to shit in this society. You know, algorithms taken to their ultimate extreme. The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe's a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. Eh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. Pretty sure it's 23. But what is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal. Do you want anything else? I like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. Who wants a... Son of a bitch. Well, we got that. There you go. Huh, you didn't... Wait, you did. Enjoy. I'll drink this perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? Well, what if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we're not in fact in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. That last one was a fourth wall break. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. That is... You're incorrect. This is a Spanish word or something. It's not German. It might not be Spanish, but it's definitely not German. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. Thought of something to say. What was I saying? Something about closed-mindedness and enlightenment. The part of enlightenment is being able like being able to sort through information and understand what's happening. There is also a part of it that involves realizing what you're doing, which is not the same thing as just pretending that everything is true. Oh, what?
A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems.
Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window.
Be careful.
I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots.
Jill, come here a sec.
What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in?
They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight.
I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office?
No, I guess it's fine.
Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by morning. I'll have
Zancantu on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails?
There's nothing it can't bash.
Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. All right. We got 2 mistakes. So one of them was 17 wasn't correctly 17, which I'm upset about that one. What was the other one? Was the other one I don't remember. How do we get to what was the second mistake? So we did not get a flawless service bonus. All right. 20% commission. 300 as a gift. Not our best day. And I think it's better than the other one we didn't get perfect. All right. We'll save that and call it an episode. So, what do I think is gonna happen next? The next day, there might be an escalation the next day. We're gonna start learning little clues about what's happening. Some of the characters are going to be revealed to have taken part in it or been affected by it. Say is going to save the day because we all know she's going to contribute to it from inside the bank. Maybe something will happen to Alma and Dorothy. Maybe they'll have gotten caught up in the whatever it is. That question mark guy seems to knows something about what's going on because he decided to leave right before the crazy stuff happened. So maybe he's part of it, maybe he's perpetrating it. The private investigator guy, we didn't see anything about him. He's going to come back. And Ingram is going to come back at some point, maybe. Somebody's going to die. Jamie's going to be involved somehow. He's going to help save the day from the underside of the law. And Alma is going to be involved somehow, either saving the day or, well, yeah, probably saving the day as Alice Rabbit. That's my guess. And being the vigilante hacker hero. That's about it. That's all the thoughts I have. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Valhalla and other awesome games. I'll see you next time. Bye.